Hey there everyone, I'm Dustin Pizer with the Timnath Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with my dear friend Heather, who is the host of our Connections on Tap Happy Hours, the last Thursday of the month, February, March, April. You're seeing this, so it's March 27th from 5 to 6:30 here at the wonderful and beautiful Timnath Beerwerks. Our dear friends hosting Timnath TV, by the way, at their Fort Collins location, which is really cool, and where this will be played, as well as Les Schwab here in Timnath. So thank you for watching. I wanted to chat with Heather. She is the sponsor of our networking event on Thursdays. So she's buying the beer. If you're coming, she will buy the beer, and that is a promise. So Heather, why don't you introduce yourself to our people in here in Timnath and wherever else they might be.
Okay, I'm Heather Ingersoll. I am the founder of Hometown Insurance. It is a full-service insurance brokerage in Gilcrest, Colorado. So I am a Colorado native, born and raised on a farm, small town. I understand the heartbeat of Timnath and what you are trying to do here with this chamber. I love it and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Awesome, right on. Well, we're excited to have you as a member. You are our very first insurance agent to join, which was exciting. You actually insure Crystal and I's house, her business, I believe, certainly the Timnath Chamber. Tell us about the complexities of those accounts, or not those accounts, but those, what's it called in insurance? It's not an account,
Policies?
it's a policy.
Policies, yeah. Well, we specialize in business insurance, although we do all lines, and so that is kind of what we are trying to offer to members and to the small community of Timnath, because we do a lot of ag and commercial. As far as the complexities, we cover all lines, so we kind of do all the legwork for you. We don't want it to be a headache, and we go to multiple carriers to give you real options with our guidance.
Right on. Funny story, we can talk about insurance coverage. Crystal and I bought a home in Severance, which was a model home. We could not get anybody to insure it because it was a rental. The builder was renting it back from us, essentially. And so you were able to get those coverages. Unlike just about anybody, we literally couldn't find anybody. We were also more focused on cost than coverage, which ended up being an issue for us later. Can you tell us about that story, how you were able to secure sort of an unorthodox rental, as well as not shopping for price when it comes to, particularly in our case, hail and a $35,000 roof that we ended up having to pay for? Is that something that's common and something that maybe people should be aware of, that it's not as much about price, it is about the coverage proper and being able to get it in the first place?
Yes, I personally do not like to say no, and so I do the research. I get the carriers. I do what I got to do to make it fit people's needs, and I essentially work for you, the client, and not the insurance company. So, in that instance with that specific one, I did a lot of shopping with different carriers and tried to find a lot of markets, and was able to find a market that would write it. There was a contingency, I think, with the wind hail deductible, so we would write it, but this is kind of what we would do for it. And sometimes in this industry, unfortunately in Colorado, we are seeing everything tighten up, and a lot of those mandates coming through just because of the last few years of losses and fires and all the things we've had. So you'll probably see it personally on a homeowner's policy, renewals, new business, a lot of those high deductibles implied. But if you're getting a renewal, that's positive. At least we're not in Florida,
That's true, or California.
California, New York, none of those, yeah.
On a sort of unrelated note, you're also a travel agent, and you booked pretty much the most fun trip of my entire life last May. Actually, it was a week after I launched the Timnath Chamber at the town center here, on a cruise ship that you took care of with 16 guys. So if you're out for travel, she's got that too. Tell us a little bit about travel and how long you've been at that.
I love to travel, and so secretly I think I started it just to live vicariously through everybody else's travel. I've got to book a lot of fun things, people staying in castles and abroad, and booking honeymoons and family trips and all kinds of things. Yours was pretty cool, but I would have to give you all the credit for you to get that many guys on board to do, literally on board, to do your bachelor party. So that was pretty cool. But I loved to do it. I started doing it on the side, I don't even know, 12, 15 years ago, maybe. And so it's kind of my side thing that I continue to help people with. 2020 was a little rough. The industry changed a lot after that, but there is still a need out there, so I'm here to help.
Yeah, I love that. What's your favorite part about Timnath, Colorado?
I love that it's a small town. I love that it's an old town. I love history, and I love that it's got some roots. And even though it's growing, it's still keeping its heartbeat of that small community. So I love it. I actually am looking to eventually maybe have a second location here down the road. So I really want to let people know that I'm committed to Timnath and to its residents.
Right on. The events, or the event that we did here in February, can you tell us a little bit about your experience in hosting that in the first one? And there was a question asked earlier about tips for someone who might not be so comfortable coming to a networking event. Can you help them, walk them through that?
Yeah, I think because it is a newer event through the chamber, that it is a very welcoming atmosphere to attend. And if you have any reservations about it, if you've been to any other chamber events where it's overwhelming and there's cliques and it's really hard to kind of get your foot in the door, then you need to come here, because it is a great opportunity to make connections, to meet people who are friendly, who are welcoming. It is a very laid-back atmosphere, and come have a beer on us.
Awesome, I love that. In fact, this will be played at the Timnath Beerwerks in Fort Collins, which I suggest everyone check out. It's really cool. In fact, I was there for the first time when I thought about bringing the TV there, and they were just an amazing team. The squad here is really cool. They've been nice enough to host it for us here, and have been a real partner in these events. We did the first three with partnership with End Credit Union, which was great. So we're just really grateful to have a Timnath Beerwerks incorporated into these events. I feel like for small business, identifiable small business here in Timnath, it's here at Timnath Beerwerks. Speaking of, like, how can people contact you besides just seeing you on Timnath TV?
Yeah, we have a website, which is hometowninsuranceco.com. We are on social, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we have a location in Gilchrist, Colorado, right off of Highway 85. It is a yellow building, and we have a billboard right across the street, so you can't miss us. Once you've seen us, you'll never unsee us. And we encourage everybody to come by, say hi. Again, we love small town, and we love face-to-face interaction, so it's all about the handshake.
I'm thinking about the location, and I can't stop the interview without the story about the wrong phone number on the billboard and what that was. Tell
Yeah,
them about,
so
tell
I
them about
can't
that.
remember how far into opening the location my husband talked me into getting the billboard across the street with my mug shot right on it and an arrow pointing to it with our phone number. And we had this for probably a year and a half or close to, when I was running to the office with my kids in the car. I've got 4 kids, and my oldest son made a comment about the billboard, and or the phone number or something, and I kind of was gonna blow it off, but then I stopped and I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, the phone number on here and on the billboard don't match. And I could not believe it. And I looked up, and sure enough, I had posted the wrong phone number on a billboard for about a year and a half.
Small business
Nobody
moves.
noticed. I didn't notice. None of my team, nobody even caught it. And the worst part about it is that my husband called the phone number, and it was some awful voicemail about somebody, was it on the toilet or something?
Leave me alone, I'm trying to poop.
Leave me alone, I'm trying to poop. So, business marketing fail, I should say.
Awesome. And on that note, thank you for being a member of the chamber, hosting these events. They're awesome. We're really excited
You'll
to
link
have you on
with the
board.
right information then, right?
Yes, we'll link to the right information. Yes, and we did this in one take.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody. Timnath TV, Timnath Chamber, timnathchamber.com. Check us out. Cheers.
Cheers.